Ich bin mit Isa in den US of BA und heute sind wir nach New Orleans gereist, der Stadt des Jazz und das Zentrum des Voodoo. Und wo, wenn nicht hier, sollten wir uns die Geheimnisse unserer Zukunft vorhersagen lassen. Wir waren bei 5 unterschiedlichen Wahrsagern und niemand wollte sich filmen lassen. Ist es alles Scam oder ist tatsächlich etwas dran? Okay, Isa, wir haben einen Laden gefunden. Bist du bereit, dass deine Zukunft, deine Wahrheit gelesen wird? Dass dir die Augen geöffnet werden? Was erwartest du davon? Wie stellst du es dir vor?
Weiß ich nicht. Interessant, was sie dazu sagt. Weil für uns sind das ja nur Karten mit Bildern. Ich weiß ja nicht, was die Bedeutung von den Bildern ist.
Check.
Ich finde es interessant zu sehen, was sie dazu sagt.
Muss mir überlegen, was ich überhaupt wissen will. Was soll sie herausfinden? Ich werde sie auf jeden Fall fragen, ob sie unseren Todeszeitpunkt herausfinden können.
Deine, nicht meine.
Nee, ich will das ja nicht, aber einfach nur mal so in der Theorie.
Bei deiner Frage wirst du meinen Namen nicht inkludieren.
Wann werden meine Träume wahr? Wann werde ich schwanger, wie in meinem Traum? Ich würde aber das gerne auch erleben, wie du mir mal eine Stelle gibst. Nimm deinen Ring ab und frage sie, ob du jemals heiraten würdest. Das ist fies. Ich will die auch nicht irgendwie zurückverarschen oder sowas. Ich bin ein bisschen aufgeregt jetzt. Hello. I'm Ronnie.
Pleasure to meet you. Where are you from?
Germany.
I'm
This is Isabel. Sie hat uns 2 Arten des Hellsehens vorgeschlagen. Das Knochenlegen, bei dem es mehr um die aktuelle Lebenssituation geht und was man damit anfangen sollte. Und die Tarotkarten. Die kenne ich eigentlich nur aus Balatro, aber scheinbar können sie uns die Zukunft voraussagen. Wir sollten uns vor jedem Run eine Frage überlegen und die Karten würden diese Fragen mit ihrer Interpretation natürlich beantworten. Wir haben uns letztendlich für die Karten entschieden. Isa hat angefangen, aber wollte ihre Fragen nicht vor der Kamera preisgeben. Es ist sehr deep geworden, so deep, dass sogar ein paar Tränen geflossen sind.
Dreh mal auf dich, Alter. Ich habe eine Frage gestellt, die so familiär war und ich habe es ein bisschen mit meinen Eltern.
Now, before you go, I'm going to give you a charm. Choose any one.
Okay.
These are keys of opportunity. When you feel stuck or trapped, they will open up doors for you. Literally take that key, stick it in the air, and turn it. It'll help direct your attention to yours. So, you're all finished. That's your reading.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Wie fandest du es, Isa? Fazit?
Das ist auch, wie man es interpretiert und wie du es auf dein Leben setzt. Ich glaube, viele Leute nehmen das alles Wort für Wort. Ich meine, es hat mich auf jeden Fall nachdenken lassen über gewisse Sachen in meinem Leben.
Mal sehen, wie es bei mir wird. I want to take this one. So, you don't want to know the question beforehand, right?
No.
Also, Frage Nummer 1, wann werde ich Kinder bekommen? Frage Nummer 2, werde ich und wenn ja, wann meinen eigenen Job als jetzt machen?
Okay. Ah, die kann auch kein Deutsch, stimmt.
Wieso was even in
You cannot speak German.
So, question 1. This is going to be the past for that, present, and future. And then for this question, pick out one of those 2 further out. Perfect. Not knowing what your question is, leading up to where you're at in the present, so the past regarding this question. There's been a lot of positivity that's sat in this space at points. It's been an emotional journey, and you've seen kind of like the fruits of labor on that emotional journey. Moving forward, where you're at right now, you are the Cobra in this. So when it comes to your passions, what you want to do, how you want to proceed, where you want to go in life, how the drive that's behind it, let anybody try and get in your path, you will strike them down. You know what you want, you know how to get what you want, you're going to get it. This is all about fire and heat, emotion, and passion. In association with that, it is also tied into dream. So how you daydream, how you think, how you imagine is the things and the fuel, the fire that you need in order to be this Cobra, to be the thing that can strike. In your future space, there's a celebration that's popping up when it comes to your question. So positive things that are happening. The 3 in this can also be yourself, the people closest to you and your community at large. It could be like a trifold, or it can be an association to the number 3 in some form or fashion. This here, the Page of Swords, you are not worried about being reckless to get what you want. The warning with that also is just be mindful where you step. So don't be so reckless that you make mistakes. So that's 3 months-ish time frame. The 6-month time frame ain't nothing but hard work for you, boo. You're going to have to do a lot of refinement, a lot of research, a lot of hard, active, practical elbow grease to continue forward.
Okay.
There's a healing element also in this. Doing this work, doing this refinement process is healing for you in some way. There is some element within your life that needs that healing, and your ability to do this is what is healing. So what was your question?
If, but more when I will get children.
There's something to celebrate in 3 months. Or do you have a fiance?
I have a wife.
You have a wife, you're all working on it? You've
No,
got to
no,
you've
not
got to
yet,
do
not
some,
yet,
you've
not
got to
yet.
do some hard work. Very practical hard work, my dude. There's an 8 that's on this. This is the 8 of coins specifically. So this could also be referenced if you're looking at a win as an August potentially, or an 8th of the month. So if she's receptive to trying for children in and around the 8th of a month, that is the time that you need to put in the hard work so you can heal sexually. Oh my God. Now, question 2. Recent past, as far as that question is concerned, second question. Things are happening, things are moving in a semi-positive way, but there's strings attached. You feel trapped, and your partner or whoever is there, your best friend or whoever is giving you that assist, is there to assist you to try and pull out of it. It's not as bad as it seems. It's still positive. Like, they're being very much reinforcing where the good is. They're helping you fight through whatever the situation is. We step into the present right now, where your question's at, is the Page of Cups. There is a lot of enthusiasm and playful energy in this space. You want to make new connections. You want to meet new people. You want to have fun. And pages are a little naive at times. I love everybody and everybody's my friends and no one's going to steal anything from me or hurt me at all. That's the energy of a Page of Cups. There's a defiance in your subconscious around that. You don't like to be reckless in that way. You want to be very poignant and like understanding and like decisive when it comes to how playful and reckless you might be with your emotions. Above it all, where your focus is at, is you're trying to resolve conflicts. You are trying to be a peacemaker, but there's a lot of hurdles that you might have to jump over to get there. So it feels like you're kind of battling between really kind of like busting through stuff and kind of being a little rough around the edges, with being playful and open and being connective, while at the same time trying to be a diplomat. Future, we have this 2 of Swords. So 3 months out in regards to this particular question, you're going to come into a point where like a decision has to be made, a contract has to be negotiated. There needs to be something resolved between 2 different forces. This card in particular has 2 swords. Which sword do you want to pick up?
This one.
So you are a blunt force when it comes to decision making. You are not someone who puts a lot of fancy filigree. You don't mince words. You're very direct. So when it comes to how you're going to navigate this situation, your direct approach is going to be the alignment in which you need to take. Do not over-sacrifice. If this is a negotiation, you should not be in a place of self-sacrifice when you do it. Do not make any sort of capitulations that actively hurts, harms, or takes away too much from you that you're not willing to give. So if someone's like, hey, I want this from you, and you're like, that's going to be a hard ask, say no. You know what your goal is, you know what your focus is. This is the Knight of Swords. So in support of this decision that's going to pop up in the next 3 months, you're going to need to be in a place where that is your focus. Do not let distractions get in the way. Do not let other people get in the way of what it is that you want. Choose one. Continuum. This is an interesting card for your 6 months to a year out past the point to this question. This is going into the place of you have been in this pattern before and it's coming back around and you're noticing that it is a pattern. With this pattern in particular, where do you focus on this card?
Yeah, I would say this
Pattern.
This pattern in the background.
So you're someone who can, once you get enough distance on something, spot the pattern for what it is. So when you get to this place, you're going to have that aha moment of, this is the fucking pattern. I get it. I understand how to break it now. So in 6 months, you will find the answer you are seeking specifically to that question because you understand how it came to be and then all of the influence involved in it. You will also need to be mindful about who is wearing masks and being honest with you. There may be people that also want the same thing you want in a way that they're willing to be deceptive about it and they're not afraid of conflicts in that space. So be direct and trust your gut when you're dealing with other people in and around that space at this time. What was your question?
Will I ever change my job? So another
completely
branch,
different
yeah,
career.
yeah, and also maybe the question, when could this happen? Yeah.
With this being the 6 month, there's still that opportunity of you may end up getting to a point where you see an opportunity. Not saying you're going to take it, but it's going to present itself regardless. And it's one of those areas, like I said, do you self-sacrifice for it? Opportunity is going to come regardless. 5 years?
Let's say 5 years.
5 years, you're where you're at right now. 10 years, you have the decision to change if you want to, but you're going to make that decision based on your feelings and how you connect to other people. Your relationships influence this more than anything. This tells me that you're in a place of caretaking. 15 years, we get the fighter card. Do you want to fight through this? Do you want to stay in this? Is it worth fighting for? 20 years out, wherever you're at, you're doing really well and it's working out very positively for you. And when it comes to your relationships, the people that you're working with, your partner, your family, whoever is with you in that space, everything is synced up in such a way that it makes music. Its tonality is correct when it comes to that. You feel good in where you are at and they feel good as well. Okay, so over here, it's what the cards want you to know before you leave. It's the Nemesis card. So the Nemesis card is indicative of be mindful of who your enemies are, know them, and keep them close. It's not necessarily a person. You can be your nemesis. You can be your worst enemy. Your situation can be your worst enemy. It's asking you and pointing you to what is your nemesis right now so that you can better get to know it.
Okidoki.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Ja, spannend. Also am Ende, ja, es ist ja immer sehr allgemein gehalten und glaube ich, egal in welcher Situation man ist, man findet irgendwas, was quasi sie sagt, was halt auch auf einen zutrifft. Diskussionswürdig, ob es irgendwie Scam ist oder nicht.
Das hat schon Sinn gemacht. Du hast doch auch die Pause gemacht und alle meinten so, was hast du denn für einen harten Job? In Real-Life-Stream ist nicht immer einfach, vor allem wenn du die ganze Zeit Action und so was machen musst. Deswegen habe ich das so interpretiert.
Ja, also ich würde schon sagen, dass es so Sachen irgendwie auch zugetroffen haben und so. Am Ende, ja, ist es vermutlich auch möglich zu diskutieren, ob es, was sie sagt, halt auf jede Situation quasi ummünzen könnte so. Trotzdem, aber egal, ob das so ist oder nicht, denke ich, dass man dabei trotzdem sehr über sich selber und seine Situation nachdenkt und nochmal irgendwie 15 Minuten sich auch einfach viel damit beschäftigt, sich und seine Situation und was man möchte und was man nicht möchte zu reflektieren einfach. So oder so würde ich sagen, ist es auf jeden Fall sehr interessant.
Okay.
What that? That one. Now, do you have questions?
Ob ich Leuten zu viel gebe, obwohl ich dann so trotzdem shitmäßig behandelt werde, aber das dann immer wieder verzeihe, ist okay ist, aber die dann immer, also mich weniger wert sehe irgendwie, aber die trotzdem immer so, weißt du, ich bin trotzdem noch immer da, so, oh, sorry, reicht schon, und dann bin ich wieder okay. Zweite Frage wäre sowas wie, sollte ich mich lieber mehr auf mich selbst fokussieren, anstelle von Leuten, die meine Hilfe brauchen, die dann zu geben, aber dann später das nicht gegeben wird, was ich selber denen gebe. So. Dass ich das nicht riskiere, was
Okay.
ich gebe.
Erste Frage ist ein bisschen ähnlich, oder?
Ja, deswegen, das macht halt nicht wenig Sinn, die zu splitten, aber ich weiß nicht, ob ich alles beim einen Mal sagen soll.
Ja, okay.
Ja,
Oh, that's interesting. Could you pick that up for me, love? Yeah. We're going to keep this over here and have a conversation about it. Pick one of those two. Before we get into this question at all, this card fell to the floor. Six of Swords. It's the same old problem. It's the same old stuff over and over and over again. It's the same issues that have cobwebs on them. This challenge that you have had has been frustrating you for a while. So here, recent past, before we pull out anything, your focus was on what's coming next. There's a lot of positive things that can happen in this space, but it's also filled with anxiety because it's so good right now, something's gonna come in and like break the surface of it, okay? But deep down underneath, the hidden part of this is you are in a place of a very hard choice, having to wrangle oppositional forces into an alignment. So you're at a place of compromise that costs a lot to keep it. So the Chariot is, there's two horses that you're having to keep running forward. You made it look like you were having a good time. You were anxious that it was all going to come to an end, and in that background, you know that there was a choice coming. Here in the present moment, we have the Page of Cups. You're very childlike and wanting to connect and have fun and meet new people and have new things and be very joyful and very playful. No one is an enemy, everybody's a friend in the making. That is where you're at right now. And in your subconscious space, you know where you've been, you know where you're at, and you know where you want to go. So all of this is running in your subconscious space and your dreaming space while you're over here wanting to be very playful. But your focus is on, I have been wounded before. I have had to be in this place of I've had to fight. People have not been kind to me. The wolf is injured, but it is still a wolf. No matter how much you've gotten hurt, no matter how much things have been pushed up against you, you will fight moving into the future space. So within the 3-month time frame or in the future in general, near future, you're getting to the place of the 10 of Wands. You have a lot riding and a lot of responsibility riding on your shoulders in particular, like having to pull other people forward as well. All of it feels like it's riding on your shoulders and there's a lot of responsibility. And it meets the Tower. Of the major arcana, a lot of people consider the Tower card one of the worst cards in the tarot deck.
Okay, you have the two worst cards.
You managed both. But I disagree with people saying it's the bad card. And I'm going to tell you why. Growth, change, and transformation all require there to be a level of growth and and loss that goes into them. You must get rid of things that no longer serve you in order for you to see change. So this card is asking you what needs to stop so that you can make room for growth. You have hard decisions coming up in your future regarding this particular question, but it's very transformative, and you should seek comfort in its transformative nature, because here we have the 9 of Coins, which is the luxuries card. You get what you want. There's winning on the other side of this. You are the cat in that situation. You just have to go out and get it, and you're good at it. Only thing you should be careful about is the devil card. This is just a warning of do not get in your own way. Don't get in your own way when this is happening. If you want it, seize it, get it, take it. You are the hunter. Don't question yourself. Don't get in your way. Don't limit yourself in possibly things that have happened in the past. Don't let that bad mind space get in the way of what your future could be. Now, within this space, I'm going to pull a couple of extra cards. In your subconscious space, when you're overwhelmed and things are crashing down, you need to have fun. There's been a throughput of fun. You need to have a lot of fun in your life. You need to be playful and fun here because you feel a lot of that weight riding on you. But your focus is making sure that you're giving yourself space. This is the Hermit card. Take time away from stuff. If this is stressing you out, make sure you have some alone time to reflect about what it is that you actively want to prepare you for this. This card is generally a warning, and it's a very specific warning. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. So cups are all about emotions, right? These cups are filled with gold and paper things. They're tangible things that don't actively nurture you. Don't put so much weight on things that don't actually nurture you. So on the simplest phrasing for this would be, if gold doesn't nurture you, don't tie your emotions to stuff. That will never bring you emotional satisfaction. It's your connection to other people that is the water, not the gold. Now, before I flip that over, do you have any other further questions in this space?
Should I be more selfish?
Yes.
Because
Yes, by this, yes.
when people do me wrong, I always forgive them and always stay and just forget about it, and it will happen over and over.
This is where you're at right now. You're the wolf. You've been hurt and harmed, and you're still fighting forward and trudging forward. I think you should be more selfish. I think you have a lot of hard choices coming up, but this is where your future is at. You get to be the hunter. You get to take these things and get what you want, go where you're going. So if you've always been on the receiving end of taking the short end of the stick or not getting the best of the situation, that has to flip, and you have to be what feels like in a place of selfishness in order for you to rectify the wrong that has been done, because you have been too selfless. So while it might feel like you're being selfish, it's not.
you very much.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for coming
Can I
out.
ask you some questions about yourself?
Yeah, sure.
How long are you doing this now?
I've been doing this since I was 8-9 years old. I grew up in a family practice. That's where this comes from. It's a mix of Sicilian and local Louisiana, and everything kind of got mishmashed together. So I've been doing it
that's
since
tradition
9.
from your family with the bones.
Yeah, that's family tradition.
Could you find out things like when will someone die exactly?
So that is a harder question to ask. I will describe why. So future is probability. It hasn't happened yet, but there are avenues of most likely outcomes. The closer something comes, the more all of the possibilities narrow into streams. The further out you get in someone's life, the harder it is to see, because they start to fracture back out again. So if you're pulling a card to see when someone's gonna die, maybe you'll get a right answer, but their decision walking out the door could literally start the ball rolling of making decisions that change what that looks like.
Okay. You ever read in cards something like unexpected, or maybe also maybe it's a little terrifying, or something that
So last week, last week I had a woman who sat down that I was reading, and the cards cut me when I was reading her reading. And in her reading, in her future, there's a situation that she was a rape crisis assistant. And the table was turned on her so that she was going to experience what it was that she did for a living. That her future had a situation like that pop up. And I still have the scar on my finger. The cards cut me. I was bleeding on the table as I was reading her cards, and was like, oh, this is like serious.
Ui, guck mal.
Yeah. Like
Ew, I've got goosebumps.
I have never had that happen that intensely in a reading, and I don't tell people, like, I usually like everything can change, nothing is locked in stone, but I was like, with this situation, take steps now, be careful while you're out. This is one of those things where the warning is avoid this at all costs. And that is the hardest warning I've ever had to give to somebody.
Okay.
But blood was drawn, so I was like, it's serious.
I got all my questions answered.
Excellent.
Thank you a lot,
It was
Ken.
so it's a big
Yeah.
pleasure meeting y'all.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, y'all, for coming. Also, bye, everybody.
Ja, war unterhaltsam, würde ich auch sagen. Also letztendlich, ob das real oder nicht ist vermutlich auch irgendwie so eine Frage der Perspektive, was man will, dass es ist oder was man sich wünscht oder was Leute behaupten, was es ist. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich daran glaube, dass man mit Karten irgendwie sagen kann, vermutlich wird das in der Zukunft passieren und sowas. Aber was auf jeden Fall ich halt interessant finde, ist, ja, dass man dadurch, egal ob das stimmt, was gelegt wird oder nicht, man darüber nachdenkt. Will man das, findet man das gut.
Okay, also Fazit von mir ist eigentlich, man muss das nicht alles 1:1 so nehmen, aber ich nehme einfach mal so, dieses Therapeutische ist für mich halt so ganz cool, dass ich einfach immer also nicht die, sie hat ja positiv alles formuliert, aber so, dass es immer so angeblich die schlimmste Karte war und ich so, oh mein Gott.
Ja, so, ja.
Und dann, dass die Karte runtergefallen ist, die auch negativ war, ich so, die Firma komplett an die Wand gefahren, Alter.
Aber da ging es ja auch immer um Sachen, wie die es in der Vergangenheit war oder wie es jetzt ist und nicht um die Zukunft. In der Zukunft hat sie dir immer rosige Sachen vorausgesagt.
Aber sie hat gesagt, ich muss auch dafür kämpfen, so,
Ja.
dass ich voll viel harte
Ja.
Arbeit reinstecken muss,
Ja.
damit das auch was wird.
Ja, das ist das Leben dann. Ja, eine Psychologin für eine Stunde zu buchen, ist am Ende vermutlich günstiger als das zu machen. Trotzdem hat es sich gelohnt, es war sehr interessant und spannend. Ja, hat Spaß gemacht auf jeden Fall.